I think it's important to actually demystify the idea that yoga will make you a calmer person. Yoga will allow you to accept yourself more fully as you are in any given moment. And that in itself is calming.
Hello everyone and Happy New Year. We are here in Burlington at Laughing River Yoga. And I'm practicing some yoga. It's something I do to help me deal with stress and anxiety. Turns out I'm not the only one struggling with this.
A recent Gallup poll showed that stress, worry, and anger are on the rise in America.
I definitely experience stress and anxiety. I don't struggle with it. I accept it as a natural part of being human. When I am feeling stressed out and I am feeling anxious, I have techniques to recenter myself. Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. So we're going to do some movement and some breath work that is helpful for calming the nervous system, calming the mind, and hopefully calming the body. Well, it's the stilling of the mind, right? Because what is anxiety? Constant movement of thoughts. Well, then this might happen, and then this might happen, and then that might happen, and then this is going to happen, and all of a sudden we're just spinning. And just begin to bring your attention to your breath. Right away, notice kind of the experience of being in the body. Is there any restlessness that you're aware of? So when we can stop and settle, there are moments where the mind stops, and in those moments people experience a restfulness and ease, a sense of being okay as you are, and that's the state of yoga. Start to anchor your attention on the breath, watching its rise and fall, and as you're aware of the breath, begin to deepen it. Right? Start to slow it down. I started teaching yoga because when I was an AmeriCorps volunteer in Portland, Oregon, one of the programs I ran was a yoga class at a women's homeless shelter. And the women came in and they were really nervous and they had a lot to talk about, and there was a lot of energy moving in all different directions. And then we did the yoga class and we started breathing, and within the first 3 minutes there was a palpable feeling of the whole room calming down and centering. It was incredibly powerful, maybe one of the most powerful experiences I've had to watch everything change in the span of an hour in terms of the energy in the room and the individuals finding a sense of center and calm. And so I knew from that very first class that that's what I was going to do, was teach yoga. Inhale back to center, reach the arms high. Exhale, reaching to the right. Now I've been teaching for 20 years. So there's no separation. It's in how I live my life. It's continuously working to cultivate awareness, working to notice what's happening and to use the tools that I teach and have practiced for so long in my life.
Isn't this pretty?
It is pretty.
Hi, my name is Rudy.
And we're going on a shopping trip to Gardner's Supply Company with Emily and her kids to see how she stays grounded outside of the yoga studio.
No, we don't need that.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
I'm Rudy. I'm Rudy. I'm Rudy.
And I mean, I have had experiences where I've gotten into a deep state of meditation and been really calm, and then walked downstairs and yelled at my kids. Oh. Okay. Individually, by myself, with no one around, I can do a practice. I can calm myself down. I can get to very, deep states of calm in the nervous system and states of meditation. But with the family life, there's so many triggers all the time. I have to take a lot of deep breaths, and I have to really pause before I react. That's probably the major thing. That's pretty. Ooh, that's pretty too. Do you want to pick out a cactus?
Yeah.
Well, Tate likes this one. What do you think, Rudy? Well, Rudy was looking at one over here. The pink one?
Let's get this one.
What about orange and yellow?
Okay.
Maybe that's a good compromise.
Getting this one, camera.
If I lose my temper at my kids, that's one thing that can happen, and I can notice and kind of give myself compassion in that moment and move forward. But if I lose my temper with my kids and then I'm mad at myself for losing my temper with my kids, just creates more anxiety in the system. So that piece of checking in and kind of offering ourselves kindness as much as we can is a really important part of staying grounded and staying calm.
And yoga is on trend. A 2016 survey reports that the number of Americans doing yoga has doubled in the last 4 years to over 36 million people.
From the Vedas, which are the oldest yogic texts, the definition of yoga is oneness. It's when we experience connection within ourselves and connection with all other living beings, all of nature. Other definition from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali is yoga is the calming of the fluctuations of the mind. So when the mind stops, the state of yoga is experienced. In my students, I see that what happens is their concentration deepens and they're able to be more present and be more relaxed in their bodies and feel more at ease, mentally and physically and hopefully emotionally, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're calm.
This is called Sphinx Pose and I love it. Emily says to do it every day and I try to.
We have techniques to calm ourselves down, but you're still Ava, you're still who you are. You know, you still move at whatever your speed is. All of a sudden your personality is not going to completely change. So accepting who we are and yet giving ourselves tools and skills to balance our nervous systems, balance our minds. Yeah, just take a moment to honor yourself and your practice and your dedication to take care of yourself. Take responsibility for our own healing and health. I think that piece is really powerful when we know we can take responsibility for our own health and healing, our mental health, our physical health, and our emotional health. And so many of those tools have been handed down to us through the yogic tradition and the yogic lineage. And releasing the hands, take palms together. Good. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
So I wish all of you balance and joy in this new year, and we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram.
Yeah, we have a mistake chart at my house where anytime one of us makes a mistake, we write it down on the chart, and when the chart is full, we get to go out to dinner, and whoever made the most amount of mistakes gets to choose the restaurant. So far, I have the most amount of mistakes on it.